Would you please welcome on stage from the Netherlands, a former semi-finalist at Players' Championship events. He made his debut for his home country on the last weekend at the PDC World Cup of Darts. The machine gun, Jermaine Wattimena! And his opponent from St Helens, England, a winner of 6 Players' Championship events and a former Premier League and World Championship finalist. He is the 2013 PDC Youth World Champion. It's Bully Boy Michael Smith.
We were victims of the night, the chemical, physical kryptonite, helpless to the face and the fading light. Oh, we were bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said, you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, shut up and dance with me.
Just one more game to come for you to round off what has been an absolutely magnificent day of darts here in Copenhagen at the Danish Darts Open. There is only one spot available in the last 16. The World Cup of Darts, that the English or the Dutch did not walk away with the title. Peter Snakebite Wright and Gary Anderson, of course, victorious for Scotland. Peter Wright is already through to the final day here at the Brøndby Halle. Only one of these two will join them, and it is Ian White, the #1 seed, and Euro Tour ninja who awaits. Michael Smith, the Bully Boy, and Jermaine Wattimena, the machine gun. It will be quick, it should be high quality, and if it's anything like what we've seen already today, it's going to be entertaining.
Game on.
Rob Malarkey in the box for the final game of the night.
Yeah, fasten your seatbelts for this one. This is the 4th meeting between
85.
these two on the European Tour alone. Michael Smith winning that particular head at the moment by 2-1, but overall, given the full extent of their previous 10 encounters anywhere in the world, anywhere in Europe,
140.
Michael Smith has won 8 of those previous 10, including the first 4. So Wattimena does have a bit of a trend to book here, but he is the seeded player. Number 16 seed against the qualifier Michael Smith for a place in the last 16 at stake.
85.
Very good performance by Michael Smith yesterday, I have to say. 6-4 against Steve Beaton, one of only 2 ton plus averages yesterday. Very good on his finishing as well, 6 out of 12,
97.
and 4 180s for good measure as well. And Michael Smith afterwards stressed that after that performance he felt he's a fighter, showed he's a fighter. He's been struggling
100.
with this foot injury, of course, which is clearly evident once again. But he's a man who just always gets up there and plays pretty much no matter
60.
what, even when he had that injury at the UK Open earlier this year as well. He had to go off to hospital for treatment in between sessions at Minehead.
70. When you record,
And he'll be at Wigan next weekend as well for the Pro Tour. He's confirmed as much. Just wants to keep
60.
playing darts, just wants to keep on fighting.
106.
And no doubt just keep on showing people what he is all about. But I'm pretty sure Michael Smith will have taken plenty
54.
of
When you record 80.
pleasure from that defeat of Steve Beaton. It was perhaps one of the toughest first-round draws
Here's
he
on
could
the
have had, but it's
first leg,
Wattimena who takes out
Second leg,
double 10 for the
Michael
Open.
Rowe first. Game on.
Well, Michael Smith is obviously struggling with this foot injury he's got, but in a perverse way, it's kind of helping him in some regards. It's certainly
42.
stopping him from walking on his last dart. And he did play well at the UK Open when he was really struggling with a different injury. And just weirdly, he got Steve beaten and Jermaine Wattimena at the UK Open as he went on his run to the semi-finals. He's obviously beaten Steve Beaton already with 100 average. He's got Jermaine Wattimena here. Maybe it's an omen.
Well, for a 5th time this year, Wattimena is seeded for a European Tour event, which is maybe just as well because he's failed in qualifying for the other 3. When he's had to go through the qualifiers, he's not really been able to produce the required goods. Doing some fairly good stuff on the Pro Tour as well. 1 final and 3 quarter-finals on the Pro Tour this year, so he's just about keeping himself on the fringes of the top 16 on the Pro Tour order of merit. He's currently at number 19, but he's one of these players that seems to be flip-flopping at times, either side of that dotted line.
39, Michael 134.
54 tops, or is it a more conventional route? Well, it was that route. He didn't really need to go double-double. I mean, Jermaine's not even halfway down from 501, but he's left himself double top.
79, Michael 40.
Trusty double 10 comes to his aid for a 17-darter and levelling this game up at 1 apiece. We do now know what the draw looks like, and there are some magnificent little sections of it. I mean, Peter Wright versus Joe Cullen, with the winner facing Gerwyn Price or Stephen Bunting. You've got major champions in there as well as Joe Cullen, who was pretty good actually earlier on today in spells. You've got an intriguing little section with the number 2 seed Daryl Gurney against Jose de Sousa, the Portuguese, with unseeded players Kirk Shepherd and Chris Dobie fighting it out to face the winner of that in a quarter-final. What a quarter of the draw this is. 2-time world champ Adrian Lewis, former European champ Simon Whitlock,
93,
James Wade, the reigning European champion, and Johnny Clayton, a Euro Tour winner and former Players' Championship finalist, runner-up.
99.
And then Mensur Suljovic, defending champion, 5-time major finalist Dave Chisnell, Ian White, the number 1 seed, and whoever comes through this one.
Every way you turn, there's a story in the making, and it is an enticing lineup for the final day here in Denmark tomorrow.
93.
Yeah, and that quarter with 3 unseeded players, if Daryl Gurney cannot justify, and he was very, very good today, Daryl Gurney, 100 average, nearly 101 in a 6-1 win over Ryan Joyce.
57.
But if he cannot justify his second seeded position, as Jermaine Wattimena is going to get a dart, double top. But he will come back. Yeah, if Daryl Gurney cannot underline the fact that he is number 2 seed and come through that section of the draw, either Jose de Sousa on his Euro Tour debut, Kirk Shepherd, who's never been in the final of the Euro Tour, or Chris Dobie's going to find their way through to the semis. Third hole of throw in this game.
Game on.
Helping hand from George Noble there as Michael Smith's darts landed on the floor. Aware of Smith's predicament, so he was happy to help out. He said about Kirk Shepherd having never made the final day. I mean, similarly, prior to last year's European Darts Grand Prix, Wattimena had never made the final day of a European Tour event. He's now made the last 16 on 6 occasions, aided this year by the fact he has been seeded, of course. But the obvious question now is, can he take it to the next level and get himself involved in the final session on the final day and get himself involved in a Euro Tour quarter-final? Well, he could do, but he's got to overcome Michael Smith first.
Yeah, well, Jermaine has been progressing over the last sort of 2 or 3 years, hasn't he? Last year, back-to-back semi-finals and a Pro Tour weekend. This year made his first final on the Pro Tour. You know, he's been ticking things off his list, doing things he's not done before. Now, it's not been stellar progress. He's not gone from 0 to 100 miles an hour in the click of a fingers. But things have been getting better slowly for him.
110.
110 here for Wattimena, and this is for a break of throw as well.
74.
Let's see if that was in at first on the original angle.
68.
Oh,
48.
maybe just caught a little bit of the fly.
36.
Wattimena to break. He
And
does
he's
break.
got
13
Jermaine
darts up.
Wattimena.
Michael Smith in a spot of bother.
Fifth leg, Jermaine to throw first. Game on.
Just a little footnote about those back-to-back semi-finals on the Pro Tour last year as well. He lost 6-5 to Ian White in the first of those, and then 6-5 to Peter Wright in the second. And unfortunate to come up against Ian White on the Pro Tour last year, because he was one of the dominant forces on that particular circuit. And Peter Wright was the eventual champion in the event in which he lost in the semi-final in the second time around.
100. $57.
Scoring has been really good from Jermaine Wattimena. In the main.
100. Jermaine 167.
Oh, that's a shocker of a visit from Jermaine. Even a single 20 there would have left him a Shanghai finish. But Michael Smith,
84.
well, at least he does get a decent last dart, and he does leave a Shanghai finish. This could go. It might go. Oh,
97. Michael
That would have
120.
been an absolutely devastating hammer blow for Michael Smith. Had Wattimena gone tops there. Smith, though, looking at Shanghai on 20s for an instant break back. He needs tops himself, and he's missed it once again. Things aren't happening on the double so far for Michael Smith.
is that a good guide? There was a pause, but I think he was just making sure he had a good grip of the dart. And Jermaine Wattimena has a very good grip of this contest. 4-1.
Well, we said it would be fast and furious, and that is exactly what it has been so far. But it's been a match so far that's been dominated by Jermaine Wattimena with that break. It is just the one break, and that's what Michael Smith needs to remind himself of. But time and legs are running out here for him.
100.
Yeah, and he's not playing at the level we saw yesterday, Michael Smith. A good 10 points off the average that he produced against Steve Beaton. Raise of the eyebrows. Where's that bit? Is the question he implies. First maximum of this contest for the bully boy.
93.
Yeah, he's had strong patches of visits as Wattimena. And the big scores have come at good times.
A much better leg of darts this from Michael Smith. 41 left after 9.
58. Michael
He could do
41.
with doing this on the Wattimena throw next time around as well. This would be just a holder throw, but very important nevertheless. And this time he's more assured. And there again, the ironic acknowledgement of the fact he was able to take tops at first time of asking that.
Yeah, I mean, that single one, I mean, it was a little bit close to the 20, but it turned out to be a pretty good guide for double top. This might be the leg where he needs to get a break, because if he lets Jermaine go 5-2 up. Oh, look at this, a bit of fire from the bully boy.
Straight back in his face.
Shades of Harrington Price earlier on.
You'll fancy this.
5 perfect darts. But Wattimena still has the advantage in this leg.
105.
Okay. Uses the bullseye, leaves him 82. Will come back looking at the bullseye again with his first dart. Great leg.
Superb.
Fabulous.
Absolutely superb. Michael Smith might well lose this, though. That's the big problem for him. Tops for Wattimena.
62. Michael
And having just posted an 11 dart leg, this could well be a 10 darter for Michael Smith, and it is, and it's a 10 darter that gets him back in the hunt at 4-3. What a response by Michael Smith. The last 2 legs, 21 darts required. 140, 180, 140, 41, and then a ton 80 and a ton 40 to boot as well, followed by the 145 and double 18. Brilliant,
Wow.
brilliant darts.
Absolutely world class. Really is such a special dart player,
34.
Michael Smith. But it'll all be for nothing
58.
if he Can't hold his throw here.
$57.
And this is the danger, whether he can keep up this intensity. It's very hard to do. Just a little wobble there with that 57 for Smith. Needs to get back on track here, and still he can't find the treble.
100.
Does so with his last dart in hand.
$98. $56.
Waves that one away. Jermaine Wattimena. Oh, that hurts.
125.
That hurts. Now he's still down to a makeable finish, but it could have been a bit easier.
Yeah, could have been 66 as it is. Smith
59.
down to 95. Trouble 17. Misses it. And Smith will return looking at 95.
42.
And this to level things up. This would be a third leg without reply for the bully boy.
Oh my, it has to be treble 19 for double. That's fallen out the bullseye, and it looked pretty good to me. It's difficult to see, but can he shake it off?
Not quite.
79. Jermaine requires 79.
One dart. Double top the target. Wattimena is a leg away.
Well, that missed dart, or the bounce out on the bullseye /25, may well be the last thing that Michael Smith sees in the back of his eyes when he goes to sleep tonight, because that was the big turning point in that leg, and perhaps the big turning point in the match in its entirety. Wow, venom from Michael Smith, of which we have seen very rarely.
Well, he is a guy, Michael Smith, who does try and keep his emotions in check until the end of the game. It is a conscious thing. He doesn't like doing this in the middle of the game. He just has no choice at the minute. He's frustrated, he's in pain, and he finds himself 5-3 down. Make no mistake, he wants to have a crack at Ian White. He wants to end this run that his good mate and practice partner is on. Oh, it could be another 10-darter here. Oh, well, it's not going to be, but it really is. There are little spells in this game where Michael Smith is going into overdrive, and he's just irresistible.
96.
He's averaging a ton. He's hitting 50% of his darts at double, and yet he is on the verge of being beaten.
Well, his average alone over the last 4 legs must be absolutely sky high.
Oh, now then. He's been taking lessons from Ian, not going 12 and bull. Well, he's got away with it. Ian White didn't against Martin Schindler earlier.
89. Michael got 40.
Wattimena is on 61, but Michael Smith does not care one jot about that. It is a break back. Perfect response by Michael Smith, but he still needs to produce 2 more legs on the bounce, starting with this one. Great finale to what has been a terrific 2 sessions of darts on day 2 of the Danish Darts Open. It really has. There's been talking points, stories, drama right through the card today.
Well, Michael Smith is averaging 8 points, nearly 9 points more than Jermaine Wattimena, and yet he could well be beaten. The reason that his average is so high, there have just been some legs, an 11-darter, a 10-darter, a 13-darter in there, where he has blown his opponent away.
100.
Wattimena doesn't look ruffled, though, does he? Knows he's got the upper hand here. Knows he has the insurance policy of throwing first if we do go to a deciding leg. Don't think he'll want to.
83.
But he may well have to.
$57.
Bad timing for the trebles to dry up, though, for Michael Smith. He's still not down to a finish. Maybe Wattimena can make his move here. Not really.
99.
He is down to a finish, though. Michael Smith.
$57.
Similar story again.
160.
57 backed up by a 57. And Jermaine Wattimena is looking at tops.
120.
Michael Smith was fearing the worst there at the back of the stage.
30.
Very nearly a showstopper, very nearly a match winner. Michael Smith does not get a go at the bullseye. More match darts
45,
coming. That
Jermaine
one was just
40.
floated away in frustration as Jermaine Wattimena pins double 10 for a 6-4 victory. The seeded player knocks out the 4-time Euro Tour winner and the World Championship runner-up. Jermaine Wattimena is through to the final day, and it is down to the machine gun to try and end this run that Ian White is on. He couldn't do it in his own country, in the Netherlands at the Dutch Darts Masters, and the Diamond took the title. He'll have another crack at him here in Copenhagen tomorrow. That wraps it up. We're back tomorrow, 1 PM local time, 12 o'clock in the UK, for the final day of the Dutch Darts Open, to see if Ian White can make it 3 Euro Tour titles on the spin and 5 finals in a row.
And through to the last 16, it's the machine gun, Jermaine Wattimena. Jermaine, the smile is back. I remember last week when we saw each other in Hamburg, when you went out, you looked like the saddest man between Hamburg and Copenhagen. How important is it for you to get back to winning ways so quickly?
Yeah, last week at the World Cup I was really disappointed all week. I need a couple of days before I can throw darts, but I was really disappointed now. Another good result for me, beat Michael Smith. I think it was not a bad match at all, and I know Michael can play better than like this.
But anyway, it was a great game, and the next round is going to be Ian White for you, the man of the moment, if you will. He's on a fantastic run. Any thoughts on that game that's coming up there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you play, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow against Ian White again. I hope I will get the performance like last today as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the machine gun, Jermaine Wattimena.